for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome back. We are here. That's right. Your 15 minutes with Tom Bass. Got to get my timer going. You know, don't hold me for a little over 15. Don't start writing in all these emails and phone calls and everything on the internet. Okay, but we got it cooking right now. Welcome back. It's been a while. I'm excited today. We've got a great guest today. It's going to be awesome. But before I do, I've got a little something I need to do. Oh, and by the way, a little lower back issues today. So if I'm moving slow, you'll understand. But today, from my prop bucket, I've got this sweet helmet I'm wearing right here, okay? So I'm going to have you take a look at it. Take a look at this baby. Yep, it is airbrushed. It is airbrushed. It's vintage. It's a vintage airbrush. The reason why I'm wearing it is I'm celebrating because this helmet was created by Miss Judy Koch, who is the mother of Charles Koch, who just had a baby boy, Hudson Koch. So Charles, Leslie, all of you that don't know them, be happy for them right now. Lila's their daughter, but Hudson is a future baller. I'm saving this helmet with this sweet Wildcat logo on it for Hudson when he ages out. So get ready, baby. It's all about the logo. And speaking of which, I've got somebody that is very sports-minded today. She is awesome. She brings a lot to the table. You're going to love meeting her. Straight from North Forsyth area, let's welcome Miss Kim Oliver. Kim, come on in. Join Tom Bass Presents because this is your 15 minutes, Kim. Now, Kim, you just pick up that mic. And by the way, Kim, just so you know, this is a $5 chair.
I feel like this is more.
It is. For you, I just went out. I spent $24 on that chair. Is it comfortable?
It's very comfortable. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Kim, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
For all my throngs of listeners out there, and you well know there are many, man, it's growing daily. Actually, minute by minute. It's growing. As we speak, it's just the numbers are clicking. Tell us a little about yourself, Miss Oliver.
All right, Tom. Well, I am originally from Mississippi. Not sure that you can tell that by my accent. Maybe you're thinking I was from New York, but that's not the case.
Little southern.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And so I am from a small town, and I met my husband in Mississippi, and we had the opportunity to move over here about in 2005. So we took that opportunity and came on over. I am a lifelong educator. I taught English for 21 years.
Oh, can I get a high five on English? Real quick, I'm going to stop you right away. Favorite novel to teach?
Favorite novel to teach was actually To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, Harper Lee.
Yep.
Female.
And what I told my students was, so she writes, and let's be honest, she writes the one book.
She wrote the one book.
I feel like the second book, it's controversial whether she wrote it or not.
Right.
And it wins the Pulitzer Prize. So I told my students, I was like, that is like you get one at bat, the seventh game of the World Series, and you could hit a grand slam.
It is big time.
Yeah.
And speaking of at bats, we are right now, for those of you who may not know, we are actually on the softball field of what school?
North Forsyth High School.
Where you are an assistant principal now.
I am an assistant principal here at North.
So, and we purposely are out here because your daughter, Madeline, can we talk about her and her time at North Forsyth?
Yeah, Madeline came to North Forsyth. She did spend all 4 years here. She played softball 9th through 12th grade. She was the starting second baseman for those years. Had a great time on the field, off the field, enjoyed it. She's now a freshman at Mississippi State.
Wow, excellent.
Actually, she's a sophomore. She did pass.
She made it.
She did.
And did she keep her money? Is the money good, or is she working extra this summer to try and earn some cash?
Well, so first semester, I feel like maybe a little bit too involved with the Mississippi State opportunities, which is good.
Extracurriculars, we like those.
We want her to have the full experience, and perhaps we did get that letter at Christmas, on Christmas Eve, a great
happy
present.
holidays.
Yes, that you are on a little bit of probation on your scholarship. She does squeak it out second semester.
Yes, that's a victory. That's like getting a W. That's a W.
So she is going to go back for her sophomore year. She loves it. Awesome. Absolutely loves it. Loves the whole experience.
Go
Has met
Bulldogs.
a lot of people. Yep.
But different Bulldogs, not the ones that we are here in the state of Georgia.
Get tired of hearing about the Georgia Bulldogs, actually.
But we're not going to go there.
That's
We're not going to go there. Now, you have an awesome son who's an athlete. Tell us real quickly about him.
I do. I have Tucker Oliver is my son. He is a rising ninth grader. So,
so he will be a Raider.
Be here with me.
Awesome.
He's played baseball and basketball for years and years. He's going to concentrate on basketball. Last year he started concentrating on basketball, so that's what he's going to do. He's been doing summer workouts, 7:30, 7 every morning. So it's a pretty good commitment. But he's excited, I think, about coming here, more so than Madeline. She was not excited too much when I
have mom.
That's right.
I understand.
Right.
I've been in the same boat, but it's this about you, not about me. And you notice here, Kim, we've got this cornhole board. Now, for those of you that are not in the deep South, as we are here, the deep, deep South, cornhole. As you see, you can hear cornhole is a big game here in the South. And Kim, your husband Spence is word on the street. He is a cornhole stud.
Well, he's been called a cornhole shark. He did get actually kicked out of a league.
Really?
Well, not really a league, but they played 2 nights in a month, and you can win money and stuff like that. So he got kicked out. But anyway, he started playing. He travels kind of in the Southeast. Goes all over and plays.
So he travels. Does he? Is it have board will travel? Does he like strap it to his back and walk into a competition?
Most of the time, the boards are provided, but he does take the boards. It kind of started with a competition at a Christmas party, and then he started playing at lunch against some people. And then he's in like 2 leagues during the week. He plays on Saturdays and Sundays. He's been to South Carolina. He's played in Mississippi.
My goodness.
He traveled to California recently. I thought the suitcase was a little heavy.
Did he bring home hardware?
No.
So
but
he
did
lost.
travel with bags.
He traveled with bags. And he bring him in the cornhole board.
No board.
And no hardware coming back.
No.
But there's a future for Spence, we hope.
We hope so.
We hope so. So Kim.
He plays against some people that we see on ESPN sometimes.
Really? Well, do we really see them though? Who? No offense, but I can tell you, I probably have not seen them on ESPN. That's probably right behind the poker tables at 2 a.m.
No, actually, at our house, we might record.
Okay.
We might record it, and he might watch it live, and then we record.
Okay, all right.
And watch it over again.
That makes sense. Now we are on a low budget here, so Spence is as you see, he's been shooting and looking real good behind us. But my staff. We do not have him mic'd. Either it's accidental or possibly could have been on purpose to not have to hear Spence. But Spence is going to be shooting throughout the interview. So Kim, we have a table, and you are an educator and a great educator and a great administrator. This is symbol, and I asked you to bring something that was symbolic of Kim Oliver or some time in your life, and you brought something. Would you mind telling us a little bit about what you have on your table?
Okay, so I brought a baseball. We love to go to sporting events. So we're all about, we'll go to Mississippi State, go to football games, Braves games. I'm a Saints fan, which I know people don't like to hear that around
You're
here.
rubbing a lot of people the wrong way between the Saints and the Bulldogs that are not Georgia here, Kim.
I know, but I have to be true to my teams here.
Okay.
And so we happen to be at Turner Field. It was fall break of last year, so it was winding down the life of Turner Field, actually. And so we weren't traveling over fall break because of Madeline playing softball here and everything, and it was during the season. So one of the things we did was we went for an evening game. And while we were there, I'm out in right field, and now the other team's batting, so this ball doesn't belong to Braves. But anyway, Dwight Howard comes up. Is that who it was?
Spence can't talk. Just
Okay.
pretend it does.
All right, so anyway,
Dwight Howard's a basketball player.
Who?
I don't know.
Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard. Sorry.
Was it Ron Howard, the director, Opie from Mayberry?
Close.
Because that is part of Mississippi, Mayberry, and it really isn't. That's North Carolina. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry
Kim.
about that. Anyway, so he comes up, bases loaded,
Yes.
and Spence turns to me. He's like, "I think he's going to hit a grand slam." So for sure, he hits the ball, and I'm like right there.
Did you have a glove on?
I did not have a glove on, but to be honest with you, the man behind me should have caught the ball, which he doesn't.
His loss.
And when I look, I see it, and I just reached around as fast as I can with my left hand, and I get the ball. It is the last grand slam ever hit in Turner Field.
So wait, let me get this straight. In this case right here, looks like a highly, very expensive case that you probably couldn't break into if you tried for days. You have the final grand slam that was hit at Turner Field.
That's right. I do.
Kim, that's a pretty awesome story.
Except for the fact that I got the name wrong.
You get the name wrong, and it wasn't the Braves.
That's right.
And you had a guy who probably got cut from Little League that missed the ball that allowed you to catch it. But other than that, Kim, it's a great story.
Well, but here's the thing. So I know I'm supposed to throw it back.
Right.
Like, because, you know, if
it's not the thing.
opposing team, and I understood all that, but I was like, I feel like it's a good chance that this is the last Grand Slam that's going to be hit. And I kept up with it during the week, and sure enough, it was. So.
Wow. Probably won't get anything for it on eBay, but at
Probably
least
not.
it's a great story for your 15 minutes. Speaking of stories, Kim, have you in the past had a brush with fame by any chance?
Well, I have met a couple of people, and they're also sports related. A couple of people during my lifetime. We used to live in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We actually live in Purvis. It's right outside of Hattiesburg, but I did teach in Hattiesburg. And my daughter, she started out playing Little League, not Little League, but T-ball. She played for a LSU Tiger team. That was the name of the team. But on that team, she happened to have Brett Favre's daughter. They were the same age.
Former Packers quarterback.
That's right.
Wow.
So he did come to the games.
Wow.
Most of the games, and he did come to like the end of the year season party at McDonald's. Very down to earth, kind of kept to
Good guy?
himself. Yeah, good guy.
Did he wear does the Hanes underwear commercial? What does he do? Hanes underwear?
I think
or
he does.
Did you ever ask him about his Hanes underwear?
I did not.
Okay.
My parents came to the game, and of course my mom. So, you know, basically we try to not act like he's.
I'm saying, Spence, we need to get a few more of those in the hole, buddy. I mean, you're winning awards, but we're getting. Oh, it's not bad actually. He's got a bunch, Kim. Good job, Spence. Keep up the good work. I'm sorry, Kim.
But we, my parents come, and I specifically say to my parents, hey, listen, he just wants to be a regular guy. Don't harass him. Don't talk to him or any of that stuff. And of course, my mom goes up to him immediately. She's like, "Oh, I just love watching you throw for the Packers every Sunday or whatever." And he was super.
Was he nice?
He was very nice about it.
We like to hear a good story like that. Now, Kim, let me ask you a question. You used to be with me as an administrator, and you were doing a scavenger hunt you put together for your daughter. I was in the room, and we were talking about your organization of the scavenger hunt. Could you please tell us what happened with one of the items on the scavenger hunt and what you actually did to me and Mr. Drew Ferrer, who's the athletic director at Lambert, which was really uncalled for, Kim?
Was it? Was it uncalled for?
What happened, Kim?
So for my daughter's 13th birthday, I did this pretty extravagant scavenger
You put a
hunt.
lot of time into it.
So when it was all girls were there. I think it was 16 girls, and they drew names out of a hat, 4 people to a team, and they had to it was a scavenger hunt. You had to go all over Forsyth County and possibly even the outlet mall in Dawsonville. I can't really remember. And you would kind of solve the clue, like figure out where you're supposed to go, and then you would go and you would take a picture at that location. And then at the end of the night, we did a slideshow, and you got different points for each place that you visited with.
Highly creative. The English teacher in you.
That's right.
Okay.
So it was like 4 pages of different things that you could do. I was very excited about, and I was talking about it in an admin meeting. I think I was even willing to share it with somebody in the admin meeting.
Yeah, I think you were. You were sharing with me. I was looking for ideas.
So one of the examples was...
Now, don't give them the name of the business. Let's give them the clue and tell them what you said.
It was primate, country, a country,
country,
and primate.
Country, primate.
Correct.
And I was sitting there, and I looked at you, and I just had a blank stare. And then you did, I believe, repeat it numerous times.
I did. I thought that might be helpful.
Okay,
I just kept giving the clue
over and over, which did not work. And then finally, what it led to was the business was
Dutch monkey.
Which, if you're Dutch, you are from Sweden. Where's Dutch? Is there Deutschland? No, that's Germany. Dutch, and then monkey is a primate, so Dutch monkey. But when we sat there and stared at you, Kim, and if you just use peace signs instead of just one, can you please, for the camera, show us what you did to me that still burns in here?
And keep in mind, we really probably didn't know each other that well.
No, we realized like our first year. Yeah.
Right?
So what happened, Kim?
So
you used peace signs instead.
He was across the table. And keep in mind, I think it was because of your reaction. You didn't think it was a very good clue.
I didn't,
right?
and I probably still don't. But no offense.
So I did do...
So you went like this to me, but it wasn't a peace sign, is what you're saying.
Double.
You gave me the double. Kim Oliver. Sheesh, one of those. Okay?
In our admin meeting.
In the admin meeting.
Not my most professional moment, probably.
I want you to know I'm still scarred by that, but I've gotten past it. Now, Kim, what is that bell you have down there?
Well, I mean, I just brought a cowbell symbolic of Mississippi State just because we have spent a lot of time there. As a matter of fact, my daughter has been completely brainwashed. So whenever I was going to have Madeline, she was going to be induced. So we knew when she was going to be born. So my husband, who happens to be the cornhole king behind us,
Correct.
He said the first thing that I want her to see when she comes out is Mississippi State. So
This is true.
This is true.
Phenomenal.
So he wore a Mississippi State shirt, and not just one with the state emblem at the top. It's Mississippi State all over. So the pictures, of course, when she is born, he's holding her Mississippi State. So her whole life and my son too, big Mississippi State.
But Kim, it paid off because she's now a Mississippi State Bulldog.
She is, and she actually said to me at the end of the semester, she's like, I really don't want to come home, Mom. No offense. And I was like, we're not offended.
Right.
We want you to love it. So she really loves it. So the cowbell, and I know people make fun of the cowbell and they don't like it and all that.
Hold on, Kim. Y'all know that's the Roscoe, and y'all know about my dog. Now, Kim, here's what I tell all my guests. I'm not going to cut you off in mid-sentence, Kim, so don't panic. Okay? Continue to tell your story.
So, and it's super annoying. People don't like it because this is the real deal cowbell. This is not the
cheap Walmart
imitation.
Deal.
That's right. This is the one that came from probably his dad's farm. His dad's a farmer close to Mississippi State.
Could I get that at a Champs?
No,
you
cannot.
So how about a Champs in Mississippi?
No, I don't think so.
All right, go ahead.
So possibly now, but so legend is that the cow actually wandered onto the football field with a cowbell on it, like in the late 1800s or early 1900s, and then they ended up beating, I think, the rival Ole Miss. So after that, it became this symbol of good luck and good fortune. It's super aggravating for opposing teams.
So you're saying during the game, there's ringing cowbells in the stadium
the whole time, and the other thing is like you cannot buy your first cowbell. That's bad luck.
Oh.
It has to be a gift. So your first cowbell has to be gifted to you. Somebody has to give it to you. After that, then you can buy some.
What's clever about that is it kind of pushes kids to want to go to Mississippi State because the cowbell is the reason, because you're getting it handed down through the ages.
That's right. So we got Tucker his first cowbell because we wanted to be a little bit later with that. So we got it for him this year at a home game. And the first games are not super competitive.
Right.
So it was very lopsided. He is ringing. Fourth quarter, he is still ringing. I'm like, you got to stop. You got to stop with the bell. There's no...
Was it good for a victory? Did they get the W?
Yes, it was... Yes.
And we didn't get to it, but congrats to Mississippi State for making it to the College World Series. They made a great run. They just got knocked out, but they had a great season and they're doing well.
Well, and I know you follow it. I think that it was a great season. A little bit short at the end. Maybe didn't hit. Left some runners stranded on base and stuff. But, I mean, one of our favorite guys to watch was, of course, Jake Mangum, the center fielder. Mm-hmm. A good guy. Had the opportunity to go pro last year. Turned that down and said, I'm going to go back. I'm going to play for the university. That's meant so much to me. And so I feel like a lot of times we don't see athletes who say, gosh, I'm going to give something here. I'm going to do something for the university for all they've done for me. So he goes back. He does get drafted in a higher round, of course, this year. But that's
a great story. And it's very inspiring. And he actually was on, they had him, I saw a piece on him, how emotional that was to him and how much it means to him, which is awesome. Well, Kim, as we wrap up, you, I know, are one of my throngs who watch regularly. You've seen every show.
I've seen all the shows.
And then that any of my guests, that it's a prerequisite that everybody, I firmly believe everybody has a karaoke song. Mine is TNT by AC/DC. So as we close out the show, get ready to close out the show. And by the way, Kim, there are many people waiting in line to sponsor your 15 Minutes with Tom Bass. I'm still waiting on the money and the checks to come in. Would you like to throw this out as a sponsor? Is there anybody you'd like to have sponsor this week's show?
Let's see. All About Paint. I feel like personal friends of ours. They are
okay. All About Paint in North Forsyth.
They are.
Do they sponsor Spence in his cornhole games?
He is actually the owner of the company. Is Spence's partner.
Perfect.
At most cornhole.
So he needs to get. That's awesome. All About Paint for today. That's fantastic. So Pim. Well, where'd that come? Pim. All right, Kim, get ready because I'm going to have you as I clean up and as we wind up. I'm going to turn it over to you as you begin to karaoke, and we will close it out. This is your 15 minutes, and Kim Oliver, you are awesome. You've been a great guest.
Thanks. It was very fast.
It goes fast, but I'm going to turn it over to you as I close it down.
And am I singing the whole song?
I'll let you know when it's over, Kim.
You want me to sing? Well, you're a real tough cookie with a long history of breaking little hearts like a one in me. That's all right. Let's see how you do it. Put up your dukes. Let's get down to it. Hit me with your best shot. Ba-dum. Hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot.
Fire away. Kim Oliver, you are awesome. We will see you soon. Thank you for tuning in. This has been your 15 minutes. You may go this way. I'm going to go this way. And we'll see you for my next episode. And by the way, Spence, keep up the good work. I'm sure there's a second place finish for you out there somewhere, maybe even in Canada. We'll see you soon.